Here is my latest find. A Hoover Legacy. Total Performance System 810. I found this on the curb in my neighborhood yesterday. And like the house it came from had an elderly couple. So I'm guessing they had this thing for a long time, and they're not dead, so I'm guessing like they got something newer and just didn't want to throw this thing away, so they just put it on the curb as free. And which I applaud them for doing, because these things are very rare. And for some reason, when I found it, this zipper was open, so I went ahead and zipped it shut. And it appears that at one point in its life, it was serviced by Coast Vacuum Company in Long Beach. So maybe this couple lived in that area at one point when they had this thing. Because, I mean, my neighborhood's full of LA and Bay Area transplant retirees. So maybe these are one of those. And, like, I've not tested this thing yet, so I'm going to see if it works or anything like that. Now let's take a look at the bottom. Yep. Fan chamber looks relatively clear. Here's the main label. Good old Hoover Company, North Canton, Ohio. This has got to be cleaned out. Let's see, date code of May 1992. So this thing's over 30 years old. And it also has an older style head than the previous Elite machine I had. Based on like this head versus the other head, I'm guessing the one I had was from at least 93. Maybe 93 or newer. Also, mine did not have a zipper bag. It had a slide top bag that wasn't as tall or skinny as this one. This was definitely a higher end Elite because it has a zipper bag instead of a slide. And even has this air freshener thing, which doesn't really work anymore. Never mind, it does. Never knew that air fresheners on vacuums were a thing before Bissell came with the Febreze bags. And for some reason, they don't have the cord wrapped around the hooks. They just have it wrapped around the machine, which is typical commercial and duties or hotel duties. Maybe they were using this in some kind of work environment, not really at home. Yep, and also it's the no hose with it, but it doesn't really matter because this hose doesn't work that well anyways. But anyways, let's see if we can get it to do something. Keeping it outside just because it might be extra dirty. There we go. Let's see if it'll do something. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Oh, Lord. That's not a good sign. I'm going to have to open this thing up and see. I hope this is not a lost cause. If so, I'm going to be very sad because I've been looking for one of these for a long time. Been looking for one of these for over a decade, since I gave my Elite 2 to a place my dad used to work at. Which I very much regret that up to this day, because I know how rare these things are now. Yep, because they've been discontinued in the residential market for over 20 years and discontinued in the commercial market for over 10 years. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to take a closer look at this thing. I'll see you guys later.